Hi everybody, no cameras this week, and thank you for understanding that we did not play last week because half of us were trying to survive Hurricane Beryl. Um, we'll leave it at that. Center pointless. Anywho, welcome to Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way. This is session 184, and we're going to continue the story of the Crass Menagerie as they continue their venture into the ruins of Greenhill. So previous sessions, they learned that there is some interesting changes that have occurred in Greenhill beyond the obvious of like the floating earth moats and everything. Interacting with their companions upon the river's maw, and Wiggs from Seb's crew, the Adventurers League, the Menagerie has learned that um, the dormant energies of the what was thought just to be like an over dramatization or like a fairy tale, the dormant energies of the hag's blood, which was the hag mother's blood, which was spilled across this vast swath of land that caused the land to buckle and warp and pimple to hills, quite literally became active thanks to probably the chaotic nature of the Madtite's presence. So this mineral that was native to this area around Greenhill, known as Solvi, ends up being actually something of value, or of at least magical potency. This is actually something that now the Wiggs is able to take advantage of, and he's retrofitted the river's maw, allowing this riverboat now to be a flying vessel. Anywho, so the Crass Menagerie, using the river's maw and some of the knowledge that Julian's crew has, with Wiggs traveled to somewhere that is safe within the ruins of Greenhill, a large earth moat that they use as almost like a
Port?
point of reference, where yeah, almost like a port. That's fair, a natural port. There they learn that Wiggs is on a project trying to set up cables and zip lines to allow people to navigate, and kind of they're mapping the area and trying to discern what is safe, where can they get resources, and just try to understand what has happened after the months after the Crass Menagerie stopped the Hag's ritual. However, they were interrupted by a flying object, uh, an individual with like a personal glider being leaped and chased after by this frog hemoth abomination creature. Recognizing their voice, the Crass Menagerie sprung to action, and it was their former member, the Kenku Ranger, Marb, who we were awesome and we were blessed, and we had Nico play with us for a session, uh, revitalizing Marb. And Marb has come to uh, the ruins, as he does from time to time, to gather resources, gather intel, and just try to see what is going on. Uh, he's been here quite a few times, and after discussing with the Crass Menagerie what is going on, while they're getting reunited after they fell this frog hemoth, they decided to. Marb agreed to Marb agreed to help the Crass Menagerie venture into the ruins deeper. After he's seen where it looks like the material plane, this reality, and another reality are seemingly like rubbing up against each other and bleeding. There, there was some. The Crass Menagerie has kind of concluded some things that they believe will be true. That it likely has something to do with the mage tower that was within Greenhill, and the system of convenient teleportation spots somehow reacting strangely to the Mad Titan's presence. While venturing deeper into the ruins of Greenhill, the Crass Menagerie literally came into contact with an area where reality itself was beginning to just cease to function properly and beginning to kind of turn into like goop. The clouds were turning to goop, the ground was turning to goop, things were turning to a very sticky, like goop-like substance. It's very hard for me to explain, but my players seem to grasp the concept, as it's very hard to explain reality just not being reality anymore. Um, but dozens and dozens of creatures were trapped in this area, and some of them were beginning to warp and change and begin to kind of slough off and droop down. However, the menagerie decided to avoid this and go around. Later, they encountered another part that it was cloyingly sweet. The aroma, the atmosphere, just so sweet. It was almost sickeningly sweet. They continued venturing, and Rock interacted with a giant basketball-sized crab. Let's just say the crab was not very friendly. And then a rainstorm began to happen. The rainstorm was violent, but then it became more dangerous as it wasn't necessarily water, it was a corrosive substance, an acid rain. The menagerie were able to find shelter within, now that they've been further into the ruins, where there's actually some like buildings that remain of old Green Hill, but it's like they're smushed and plastered and flattened up against terrain and elongated and stretched. And they actually found themselves finding shelter over, if you're familiar with the Lion King, a Pride's Rock like outcropping. There, the rainstorm began to buffet and work its way up to almost being like a maelstrom. Ben intervened and began to control weather. However, because it was not true weather, it was some sort of magically or foreign type of weather. It's been very difficult for him to combat this weather and to change it. So much so that his hands and his eyes were glowing with the power of the beacon, his sun god. He was actually burning his flesh trying to control the weather. Al had to prop up a tiny hut to protect the majority of the group from the acid rain. But eventually the Crass Menagerie prevailed as it got scary at one point as toxic clouds began to come in as the acid was corroding things around them. And it seemed to be some sort of potent choking gas, but the Menagerie managed to push through. The storm became less of a maelstrom. They got shelter within the tiny hut, and a few of my members eventually noticed that there was some sort of bipedal, hunched, lumbering, smooth skinned kind of creatures scavenging through those that were not able to find shelter from the acid rain, consuming them, and that's essentially where we left off. A little bit of a longer recap because we haven't played in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But
And
I think
for
we're good to start.
time-wise, I think we're like afternoonish. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe because you guys left at morning. There was some, travel time. There was some interactions on the Earth modes trying to see what Ziggs was doing, and then there was oh crap, barb, and yeah. So we'll say it's afternoonish.
Okay.
So yeah, so Ben is in the tiny hut. The poisonous gas cloud from whatever was being corroded by the acid has now dissipated. The screaming mushrooms are gone. He's trying to focus on his hands, but trying to, suppress the pain from channeling the spell, remain within concentration of the control weather. And as mentioned to some of you are made aware of these almost amphibious like large humanoids just kind of skulking through and just scavenging things. And continue kind of skulking through.
Yeah, I know for the guys I'm controlling, Davis and Ben are both just like worn out and panting and kind of like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Davis was out there shielding Ben from the acid. That's true. Doing a little zoom ins on the figures, and they are. I don't remember again. We could go through rolls, but it doesn't matter. But those of you that, if you remember that you're aware, these things are large. They're definitely bigger than a humanoid. They are large. But they were definitely not made aware of y'all's presence within the hut. Oh, and then also, Pebble is a squirrel. Not Pebble. Loon is a squirrel.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which I was supposed to get this.
Which was from Polymorph, right? I think.
Polymorph. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, Al needs a big old brain.
Give me that brain. So it's there. here too.
Okay, there you go. There's
Squirrel.
Yes.
I will give you control of the squirrel movement. Don't worry. I'm just gonna do all players. But there you go, squirrel movement. And then it's up here now.
It's a good day. Well, for now.
So yeah, Ben's focusing. He would kind of, as Asperly say, not natural weather. And you can see what moisture there was on his gloves and stuff. You can actually see that it's like steaming off, and you can see he's in quite a bit of pain from combating the storm.
Yeah. There's a lot of con checks.
Yeah, it's like 6 minutes worth of con checks.
Pretty much. Alright, folks, what are we doing? I mean, it's not going to be as unpleasant out there now. Oh, Ben can... Yeah, I think you said you can hold it for... It's like 8 hours, I think, or something, right? Let me check.
Materia is 24 hours.
Oh, it's 24 nights. Okay.
Yeah. You can check it if you want, but I'm
It
pretty
is,
sure
it
it's
is
24
24
hours.
hours, you're right.
It's an 8th level spell, so.
Exactly. I think that's where I was getting the 8 from. So we have some time, I guess. Since we're here and we've, gone to the effort, we should keep going once we're all rested up, right?
Barb will say, well, we're going to want to wait for the locals to...
Well, what? The
Those
who?
lizard people.
And he'll kind of point, so those of you that aren't aware, you'll see kind of like the backsides of the... And I'm only putting 2 on here. There's a number of them. They're kind of scavenging through.
Oh, shit. Okay. Marv, do you know these things?
Just that they're not pleasant. They're always angry. They suck. They are not
I mean,
fun.
yeah, this whole place sucks.
But that means we're close, at least to where I was taking you.
That is good. Are they aggressive, or are they just, like, if we don't mess with them, they don't
Incredibly.
mess with us?
Oh no. You move, they will try to eat you.
Boy.
So, they, but they're not stupid. And he kind of points out and he makes it clear. They kind of take advantage of what just happened. They're, yeah, sometimes after a bad storm, things that try to fly or something, or things that are in trees get knocked down and they're stunned. Now they have things that are sort of acid cooked and they're eating them. So,
Are they
not stupid.
real? Can they pick up on sight, sound? Like, are they pretty? Do we need to be real quiet, or just give him a wide berth? And that's it.
Just checking to make sure he doesn't lie.
I mean, or does, because Mark.
Or would he?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, looking at the stat blocks. They're
Or if he doesn't know, he might also confidently say something.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like,
It's like, oh
Better-
yeah, that's that over there.
best to give him plenty of space.
Okay. I forget. Does Marv have like pass without trace? I think he does.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you should see a spell list.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Well, I meant like I don't remember if we've seen him use it. I think we probably.
Oh yeah,
did.
no, he's used it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, Marv, can you give us the means by which to do that?
Oh.
You know.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
yeah.
guess when you're rolling solo, you don't have to worry about us big, nasty, loud, clunky folks, but some of us, and then I'll like clang onto Ben's adamantine plate and be like a little bit less quiet than the others.
Yeah, I forgot how bad some of you guys are. It's just Ben is my new Grant. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
And as he says that, Cielo kind of hops up to Ben and is like, I got him. He'll be fine.
Oh, that's right. You do have that means by which
He
to
just
do
jumps
that.
on his shoulder. Yeah. So, yeah. So if Al, because you are technically running Marp, if you want to cast a pass without a trace, you can. Go ahead and mark off a spell slot, and everyone give me a
Because I still
stealth
am
check.
not stealthy. That's like I like to point to Ben, but frankly, I'm just as bad almost.
Yeah.
But he's 1 point worse.
No, he's 2 points
And then
worse.
Oh.
He has
Around
0
the
decks. I
no
world.
have
one,
2 decks.
no one
Wow.
has exhaustion. Um, was it Marvin Rock or was it? I forgot who was Yeah, it was Marvin Rock. Marvin Rock. You still have the thing where you can only take an action or a bonus action, but on a turn, not both. And you do not have access to your reactions right now because
Did
of the
I?
cloying sweetness.
Did I thought I created restoration something, but
You
that may have
did,
been.
but it was exhaustion.
Oh, it was
It
just
was because
exhaustion.
Barb failed twice and got
That's
exhaustion.
what it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Memories. Weeks out. Uh, okay.
All right. So yeah, go ahead,
Oh,
everybody, roll
stealth.
me
Yeah.
those stealth checks with a plus 10 a bonus. Ben technically does not need to because Cielo is going to give him his stealth check or share in
Woof.
stealth.
Plus 10 for a total of 14. I mean, I'll roll Ben's anyway, but.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to add the 10. So he's 13. God damn, Alf. Jesus.
Low roll. No.
Wait, what? Are you expertise in stealth or something?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Jesus.
And so
So
is Marb.
I need to. So this is I love this part about Al. Al is not proficient in anything. Al is either expertise or Jack without traits.
Okay.
Jack without traits. He is not proficient in
Yeah.
anything. It's really weird.
That's
It
I
pretty.
don't believe in
That's pretty
proficiency.
dope. Yeah. Either go all in or go no. Don't go at all.
Either half-ass or two-ass everything. I don't know.
Half-ass or 2S.
It's like I sweared. Okay.
So
I
we
swear.
we take enough time that we had like a short rest.
Uh, did I? I know.
I don't.
Let me. Did
I think
I
you spent
responded
the 10
earlier?
minutes.
You responded earlier. Yeah. So no, it wouldn't be necessarily a short rest. It would be like you guys are staying quiet, tucked in. The rain seems to have shifted from acid to being, or to being just water, and it's not torrential anymore. It's just like a steady downpour, or not a steady rain. Um,
Yeah, I
uh,
forget. Let's see. So kind of control weather. It's every D4
you roll,
minutes. So.
yes, and here it's doubled because it's not natural
Oh,
weather.
okay. Yeah, I mean, you want me to do
So
like a D8 or something to see how long it takes to do these?
no, it's just D4. We double it,
Oh, okay.
like last time. So if he's going to
Oh boy.
continue trying to get it to like lessen,
Yeah.
so the issue on that is it's gonna he's gonna be extra slow with the stealth, right? Because he's now going to have to focus on what he's doing plus stealth. Like
True.
he's going to be going very, very slow. So if he's actually going to be focusing on trying to adjust the weather, you guys are going to be moving
I think we
at
want
like
to at least
brawling.
get it to, cause like temperature and like wind-wise, I think we're fine. It was just simply the
Currently, yes.
precipitation.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So right now we're just at like a normal kind of rain, like a drizzly rain.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We want to get it to at least not raining anymore, like just plain old kind of cloudy.
Okay. So you will take the 8 minutes while you
Yeah,
guys are
yeah.
prepping then? Okay. Alright. So Ben has to again emerge from the tiny hut. Cielo's by his side as the shadows do expand, and you kind of see those of you that have traveled with Mar before. You kind of see like the shadows kind of at the end of the shadows. There you kind of see like it almost looks like the projection of dark feathers, ensuring that you guys are kind of within his area of influence. Ben is going to be able to continue kind of concentrating Anyone doing anything for these 8 minutes?
For stealth purposes, can Squirrel
Mhm.
Linlin just be on my shoulder and does she not have to roll?
Oh yeah, she's so small. That's fine. Yeah.
Cool, cool.
She'll be so small. Um,
I don't think I ever dismissed the hut, so I probably have you kind of
no, that's fine. You don't have to
is that a little bit
dismiss
of echo as I talk outside of the igloo entrance?
it. Mhm.
8 minutes sounds like the exact amount of time I need to plant the bean.
Oh God.
I'm kidding.
I mean, we're all within 10 feet of each other.
I-
Yeah,
So
I'm not
is it
gonna get into it. I don't like this place. We should leave.
Are there are they screaming mushrooms? Are there any corpses of screaming mushrooms around?
no, they have all been or dissolved away by the acid.
Oh, do
Because
their
keep in
screams
mind,
kind of fade out as they disintegrate too?
Help me.
sure, why not?
Neat. This place is a nightmare.
Oh, by the way, at some point I would have discreetly tried to cover up any trace of me having planted a bean.
As long as you don't eat the bean, go for it.
Well, I will say, like, there was enough going on there that, and it's just such a simple thing for you to just kind of pull a bean and put it in the ground. That's why I didn't make you do a sleight of hand check.
Hmm.
But as long as you're not going to be acting nervously, I'm not going to make you, act.
Yeah, I think during the commotion too, I would have.
Yeah.
Not during it, because hiding in the
I get
shell and concerned people being burned by rain. But directly after that, I would just like discreetly look down and been like, smooth that out a little.
So I will give you guys this opportunity. So whoever's running Marb, go ahead and give me a he's a hunter. Go ahead and give me a it's basically, let's just call it a survival check. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Alrighty.
So it'll be what he's able to kind of tell you about.
Wow.
12.
12?
Reminder,
Oh wow, yeah.
Ben cannot
Cool.
guidance anyone for 24 hours, basically.
Ooh.
Unless you want to jump. Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
gonna write down
so
to pass without trace 1 hour. Okay, go on.
so the simple things that Marb will be able to tell you is and you guys have kind of seen it again, just a reminder, like the atmosphere here is relative minus the fact that it just had acid rain and there's some scary creatures around here or some warped creatures. It's relatively normal in the terms of like what it feels like as far as like temperature wise and like how the air feels. Um, the visuals are strange because, like as mentioned, a lot like the buildings that were here seemingly were like just again like plastered or like slammed into the terrain and then stretched and warped and elongated along with the terrain. Um, if you remember, like the vines that you guys were walking on over the river was actually like the cobblestones that were like braided and twisted into vines. This was strange. There's the sense that there's always clouds above you, as like when they try to escape or as the condensation rises, it gets kind of stuck along whatever earth motes there are, and you can, because those are kind of encapsulated by clouds here. Um, the wind is relatively controlled thanks to Ben's uh, toning down of the storm, so it's relatively stagnant air, just constant rain, as he's focusing and trying to tune it down a bit. Um, there's definitely, you know, the terrain here, just as mentioned, there's going to be parts where it jets up, there's parts where it dips down, there's parts where it almost like folds in on itself. There's definitely like almost like imagine like if at one point it was like liquid and then it froze or it became solid. So it's going to be kind of interesting navigating here. So Marb's going to just kind of describe like there's going to be some spots where it's just trust me. There's going to be some really weird places. Just I kind of know the way I want to take you guys. Do your best to follow my footsteps. Um, if I there's going to be plenty of places for us to kind of duck in and hide. Uh, Besides that, we're pretty close. And when we get to where I'm taking you, you'll probably know. Um,
That's good.
but we'll say, um,
And of course we
rock
trust you.
resisting the urge. He's like, he smiles, the way he does it. Rock resisting the urge to plant a bean. The 8 minutes will pass. Ben, it's not as intensive, so he's not like, straining himself and like actually causing himself pain. He's able to kind of reduce the rain to like a trickle. It's pretty dry, but every once in a while there'd be like a little, probably a spot where it kind of drizzles a little bit. Kind of get up and grab Cielo and put him back on his shoulder because he knows he needs his benefits. And say to Marb, after you. And Marb will begin to kind of traverse and trek. So with the 12, he kind of knows about the terrain. That is enough so he can tell you that he has interacted with these creatures. He doesn't know what they're called. But thankfully, he's hunter marked them before. So he knows
Interesting.
some of their things. So they are resistant to basically what you would consider like the elementals. So he's resistant to acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder. Thanks to his hunter's lore. They seem, and he's not sure what, but it's enough where he says like they seem to just be able to move through the acid rains whenever it happens, or some of the weird elemental things. Like whenever like the atmosphere and stuff changes, they seem to really not be bothered by it as much as you would expect. It's really about all that he knows about them. Yeah, that's what a 12 would get you.
Well, as long as we just avoid them entirely, it won't really matter, but thanks.
So, now taking into account your stealth checks, Marb will kind of begin guiding the group, and he'll look and say, yeah, gotta stay kind of close, remember, referring to the 30-foot radius.
Yep.
He'll begin to kind of venture y'all through. As you guys are walking, you will kind of walk and you feel like, it's when you're walking, you kind of, the best way I can explain it is if you've ever spilt like soda or orange juice and then, or let's say, I don't remember, we probably all have this experience as children. You go to a ballpark or you go to a park and then someone spills a drink and you accidentally step in it. And then for the entire time that you're at the stadium or wherever you are, your shoes kind of like sticking to the ground a little bit.
Hate that.
Or a movie theater, maybe also is a good example.
Yeah, or a movie
Theater,
theater,
yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. You know that's what it feels like as you're walking through here. But
spilled
past without
Sprite.
trace, at least kind of, yeah. Also, welcome back, Cielo. Good to have you tonight. That's what it
Sorry
feels
for the
like.
delay.
No stress, man. I understand.
Golden.
That's kind of what it feels like when you're walking through here, but it's not making a sound or anything because of Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, nice.
So that does help. So you guys were actually, but you all feel it as you're stepping. And like if you put your hand on something, like to kind of prop yourself, it kind of feels like your hand kind of has that stick effect. But your hand does not become sticky afterwards. It's just weird. So as you guys are moving, what is everyone doing, or what's going through your minds?
Ben's obviously focusing on making that weather better, making it so.
I will say that Ben, for just making it easy, can't do checks unless if it becomes like a knowledge-based thing
Makes sense.
or physical.
If anybody is having issues like catching up with breathing, I'm gonna let them borrow my breather.
It has to
thing
be attuned
is that
to, I think. Does that
yeah,
have to
it
be
makes you
attuned?
immune to like gases and breath weapons and stuff like that. The good thing is right now, as you guys are traversing, it's that you've passed up that cloyingly sickening thing,
Yeah,
and
the
as mentioned,
checks
that
are
poison.
over, I think. But I think
Yeah.
I think the checks are over, but I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
if the exhaustion checks are over, and I don't know if it'll help for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's good. I'll keep that in mind in case that's something you're looking for. Yeah, be able to hand. Anyone else kind of do anything? I know Loon's a squirrel tucked inside Allegretto's armor.
David's just keeping an eye out for the baddies, and if we are still within kind of the line of sight of those other guys, just kind of keeping an eye, make sure they haven't reacted.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check then, Davis.
Sure. 18.
18. Okay. So as you guys are kind of traversing, these large creatures have kind of traversed past you, have gone off another way, and it now it's kind of eerily quiet. The rain's just barely coming down. You do see some other creatures that did not manage to find shelter, and you kind of see like their half-dissolved forms. And it's hard to make out what they were just because of how this place has kind of changed their physicality and everything. And you can kind of see that the rain does actually strip away some parts of like the stonework or the ground or everything. So you can kind of see like these deep inlet grooves, and you can kind of see like where there may have been like a little stream of water, acid water, kind of running down, and it's actually kind of corroded away at the ground, or the street, I guess you would say, because it would technically be a mixture of like cobblestone and other earth elements here. But with an 18, you kind of look and you see that you're looking and you see that there's like these buildings that are still kind of plastered and splintered, but like elongated. And there's one that you see, and it actually looks three-dimensional. It's there. It's made of wood, stone, pretty unappealing, unassuming. And it's kind of off to the distance and almost looks, I don't know. It oddly looks out
Stands
of
out?
place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it stands out. Like it looks normal, and therefore it looks out of
Hey,
place.
Marv, is that it? Is that where we're going? That seems like a landmark of some sort.
What? And he kind of looks and squints. He's like, I don't.
Do you not see that?
What is that? No, no,
Oh,
no. I see
you-
it. What?
Oh, okay, so this is new to you. Okay.
I don't remember that. That looks.
Well, that doesn't put me any more at ease, but I'm intrigued
What?
at least.
Yeah, me too. And he's just gonna start kind of veering y'all in that direction, kind of carefully. Uh, he'll, as it kind of comes to sight for everybody. If anybody is proficient in history, you can make me a history check. Yeah, make me a history check.
Including half-ass or her double ass.
Double
Yeah,
ass.
Oh, nice, Rock. Let's go.
Okay, wow.
Oh!
I know everything about everything that ever.
Except for beans. Those never happened. And I don't know what you're talking about with beans.
What's funny is, so Karos, you see it, you're trying to think of it, you're just like, it's just odd. It's out of it. The DC is 25, so Al and you guys rolled well, so you got it. Al and Rock. Yeah, it's strange. It's as you get a little bit closer, there's a little bit of ground kind of connected to it, and it's just floating there. And it's taller. It's taller than it is wide. It seems to be made of stone and wood and plasters. It seems very unappealing, or again, unassuming. Al, you feel like you've seen Al and Rock. You feel like you've seen this thing before. You're not sure where. And Rock, as you're kind of focusing in on it, as you guys get a little bit closer. Yep, You know what it is? It's that stupid tower with no windows and no doors. Only it has windows and doors this time. With a natural 20, Rock. Just go ahead and give me a Arcana check at advantage real quick. You're probably gonna get it. So yeah, 32. Yeah, so Al and Rock, you guys recognize it. Like Al, you kind of feel like you've seen this place before. Rock, it's starting to like the gears are starting to turn with the 32 Arcana. Yeah, that's the tower. That was no windows, no doors. What happened is the magic that was making it just super unassuming or just easily overlooked or made people forget about it, like the glamour on it, seems to have worn off. But it's still a mage tower, and it's there, just floating, as if it's part of the terrain. So let me. Guys,
Whoa.
there. But it doesn't look fancy. Like it just looks very unassuming. But Rock, because you rolled so high and you rolled a 32, that's a mage tower of some sort. Just afloat in there. And Rock, I mean, clear, you know you guys have been in here. This is where you guys went up through under the sewers into after you defeated Zarya, and this would be that same mage tower where Al and you guys teleported around town.
Yeah, it looks different in this world.
So we have been here before. It looks so familiar, but so different. Do we continue with the curiosity?
I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
I mean, been in there before. Some of it should be familiar.
I mean, do we think there's a chance that there's... I mean, with it being changed and all, could there be someone powerful in there? Like, I mean, you said it's a mage tower, right? Right, the last time we were in one of those was Deep Brood, I think, really, right?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to go in.
Yeah.
Even if there's some big, bad, spooky in there, we can handle it. And also, I don't want to be out here anymore.
True.
Hurt me, the rain hurts.
Yeah, Ben's working on that.
They might have a clue on, yeah, I mean, if there's a resident anyway.
I mean, maybe let's at least get there and then, yeah, maybe have you or Marb check out what you can before we head in.
Hey,
What you can see from the distance real quick is that there doesn't seem to be much of any indication of any torchlight or anything coming from the cross-hatched windows. It almost looks exactly like this. Like, just imagine it almost looks exactly like this.
So, for this tower, what is it just like... I feel
So,
like the front door has to be... the front door has to have a bomb or something. Like we should not
Go find
go
out.
through the front door, guys. Like,
Not-
we should not.
Not even a spell scroll, just an IED.
Yeah, literally.
Is there an alternative? Is there an alternative? I'm like saying this out loud. Cielo's like, is there a better way we could go than the front door, guys? Like,
Of course, we can always go other ways, right?
Make a good point. If they're
is there a window? I'm like looking,
Yeah, there's
scratching
lots
my
of
head,
windows.
like
We could see them from here.
Nope. So, as you guys,
Maybe knocking on the door is probably the nicer way to go, but I just feel like
Well, let's just get there first, and then we can take a look at what our options are, I guess. But yes,
yeah, that's
it's definitely start thinking about other alternatives. Not a bad idea.
this is
Yeah.
why you're the leader.
Thanks.
Real quick, question for Rock. I feel like the first normal-ish thing we've seen in a couple of hours. Are mage towers just like that magical, that powerful? Like I know it's the whole point of it, but everything else seems affected. This feels wrong. This feels off. I don't like it.
Well, I mean, the whole area seems off. It seems like quite it. This is prime real estate if you're a magical type. If I were,
100%. But it's too perfect given
Yeah, it's
like
not
even
off
the
where everything else
grass
is off.
yeah. There's nothing else that's on like this. It's so is it
oh,
just that imbued? Is it that more powerful than the surrounding area? That feels I don't know, it's just so unassuming in the old context of Green Hill.
I will help Rock formulate an answer because I know it's hard, and sometimes it's the player. Um, yeah. So with the 32, that is the same tower that you guys were in, from what you can tell, from what you can theorize and think about. It's like, yeah, a mage tower has to be a magical bastion. It has to be a magical fortress. It has to be something significant because of what it represents. It represents their home, their laboratory, their study, their collection, their their world, essentially. So a lot of effort can and often does go into a mage tower. This is from the 32. And Rock can share that however he wants, or say that he does. It's up to you guys.
I mean, just think like, okay, so you're an all-powerful mage, and you have this
Got
tower,
it.
and it's made out of bricks and wood. You know, the first time a spell goes, oopsie doodle, there goes half your house. Like these things are made to withstand everything. And I would guess better than mage, better his tower. Um, so it makes sense.
I
I
will
don't think
point
I'm
out
gonna.
one other visual real quick as you guys are kind of watching it. While it floats, it kind of spins on its own axis, just kind of in space, very slowly. It seems to go at a 15-degree angle and then begin to tilt over. And if you were to watch it, it just curly cues and spins through the air.
It's not doing anything I wouldn't expect it to do. Um,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
to be fair, you conjured towers just along the roadside for us every night. Not quite as big as this.
Yeah, but you throw a fireball at one of those towers in mine, it's gonna crumble. That's a little different. Like
Okay.
this is big league stuff.
Well,
I'm
yeah. Considering we're in
the guy
the
with a book.
considering we were in the ruins of Green Hill, and this looks just exactly like what it was before. I think that kind of
Steph,
tells
and
us
I will
something.
point out now that you say that the thing is, like, you notice that now this thing has, for Davis, it has windows, it has
Well, true.
doors. It's
Sorry,
not
it's
as
unharmed,
it's
I
not
should
as
say.
uh, yeah. But now that you said that, like, you kind of realize it. Like, it was very, very boring and
Yeah, I don't even.
unassuming.
I hardly remember it. Y'all telling me about it. That we were there. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't tell you anything about it or what it looked like, but this obviously doesn't look like it's undergone the havoc that everything else around it has.
And Raw. I'll give it to Al as well. Rock and Al. Something you guys notice is, again, it's not exactly a visual like this, but it's very close. The part where it's stone, that reminds you of the sewer structure. So that was actually like underground, if that makes sense. So it was like the tower. The reason why it wasn't like super tall within Green Hill itself was because part of it was built down. And that was where Zarya's chamber was that led up into it. So you actually were in the tower when you guys were fighting Zarya the whole time. It was like just built into the sewage kind
Interesting.
of thing. And so like this line, and I'll draw it. I know you guys can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys understand. But like this line basically was the sewer.
Cool.
And that's what you guys came up through.
Maybe Kodiak will be hanging out in here.
So yeah, so you're kind of watching it, and it's just kind of slowly twisting and tumbling without being damaged through in place. They're just kind of within this space. You guys are approaching it.
I mean, if we want to take a few minutes, I can ritual cast detect magic. Make feel a little bit better about it before going inside, in case there's any magical traps. Not gonna do much for non-magical traps, but I mean, it's a mage tower. It should just be magical stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll just.
Did we telepath? I don't think we telepathic bonded, did we?
Did not.
Not recently, no.
Okay.
No.
Maybe. Do you say something about it?
No, I didn't. I mean, Davis did not know. But yeah, he will respond
I
to you
mean-
what you said and just be like, yeah, maybe we do that when we get closer there. We're kind of out in the open right now, and we don't want those
Yeah.
guys jumping on us. So yeah, see if we can get somewhere close and slightly hidden, and then yeah, sounds good.
Definitely approach with caution, but I mean, we've also been in it. We'll be okay. I believe in you guys. We get Mark back.
We do have more back, which is
Yeah.
pretty great.
Uh,
Paka.
Is Pebble out right now? I can't remember.
yes, she's on your shoulder.
When I say we'll be fine, I'm gonna be like, hey Pebble, go hang out in Fruit Loop Dimension, and I'll snap her away.
I'm sending you mixed messages.
Something smells like Fruit Loops. Y'all smell that? Oh well.
Okay.
I like to imagine
Yeah,
it's
so-
like a little rainbow powder paint that, like, whenever she disappears, like Fey-like powder paint just goes whenever she goes into the
Yeah,
Fruit
love
Loop
it.
division.
Yeah. So, as you guys continue kind of approaching it, it's your kind of your North Star as far as direction and that. If you are proficient in survival, can I get a perception check?
That's weird. So you're proficient in one thing, you get to make another check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have to qualify.
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
See if
It's a way that I can kind of
Oh yeah, because you know we're all
cut
fucking
exactly.
proficient
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
perception.
yeah. So just instead of having you guys all roll, I can kind of trim it down this way.
Ooh, L.
I'm watching it spin. That's pretty sick. I didn't get one of those. Maybe I should be a wizard.
Wizard dupe.
www wizard.
Wizard.
They won't let me become a
The
barbarian.
wizard.
I'm a
So I
wizard.
believe that means what Marb and Cielo can also they got it and Karos got it. Okay, cool. So let's see. Wow, only Karos hears it. Karos, as you guys begin to kind of approach, at in intervals from time to time, you hear bzzz, like it's like a bug zapper. Bzzz. And you actually rolled high enough. You actually see off in the distance on the tower. Let me go bring some of these tokens back. Give me a second.
No!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Not the baddies.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's different baddies.
Or is it?
Or is it?
I don't know if that's better
Three
or worse.
hags again.
A cauldron comes
I'm
flying in.
not-
Oh,
We're
damn.
fine.
Oh, these fuckers. Damn it. The something shits. I don't remember what we called them.
You call them mad shits.
Mad shits.
Mad shits.
That's right.
I will give it to if a player can tell me why these things might be attracted to a mage tower, I will give them an inspiration.
Because there's a fireball scroll on the front door and they're trying to eat it.
No.
They're
No, 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 no.
gulping down all
They-
the arcane thingamabobbies.
They like magic, yeah.
They must consume.
They must consume. So yeah, Karos, you said it more correctly. Now you said it hilariously, but yeah.
Like,
They are attracted to this thing like a
Moth to a flame.
freaking yes, and they are, and they like you just see some of
They're
them fly off.
magic-eating moths to a magic flame.
Yes,
Ooh.
exactly.
I'll point out to everybody, be like, hey, we got more of the magic huffing kamikazes.
Out of character. It's a
Aw.
good thing nobody's concentrating on an 8th level spell right now.
that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe we'll give Ben a little bit of a warning.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll distract him with my squirrel magic.
I don't know what squirrels sound like.
Yeah. Actually, let me do this. 1, 2.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So yeah, as this thing is kind of floating through space, you pointed out Karos, and then you guys kind of start
Yeah.
focusing, and yeah, these little guys are just finding their ways up towards the mage tower, and they latch on,
So,
and they begin to just kind of do something to it, and then they just and they get zapped off.
like they actually, like they die, or they like just get kicked off and they're still alive? Or can't tell?
Both.
Oh,
Let's say.
okay.
Some of them might be
So
repeating
they're like, oh
trips up
god.
here.
But I want it.
For so it was supposed to be like 8 minutes for Ben to get it to kind of just like.
Yeah, this would have been well over 8 minutes. so you're
Okay,
good.
so could we get it to? Could he have been focusing and got it to like clear weather? And I can do more D4 rolls if you want to see.
Sure. Except he's gonna have to give me before he does that.
Okay.
I need him to give me a spell crafting check. So wisdom, just a spell check.
Wisdom
so
check?
Wisdom, yeah, plus proficiency,
Proficiency.
plus. Yeah. He needs to beat a. Shouldn't be too hard. 25.
25. Jesus. I mean, he's only gets a plus 10. I mean, unless I'm miscalculating what you're saying, right? It's plus wisdom, plus
5,
proficiency.
10. Yeah. Oh wait, 25. Sorry, I did it 23. I started on the base of 8. Sorry,
Okay.
23.
Still-
A little bit easier. Still hard.
Yeah, it's still hard. Okay. Aw, didn't make it.
Close. So as he's beginning to kind of like focus and kind of think, all right, let me start working on changing the weather. He can still focus on the spell,
Uh-huh.
but it's just not natural anymore here.
Yeah.
It's not natural weather. He can't do much to it right now.
Fair.
He
Trying
can still
to try to
focus on
bring
the
the beacon
spell.
in, but she just can't. She just can't.
Yeah, there's just something so unnatural about it that it's like it doesn't qualify as weather anymore. You're somewhere else.
Okay.
You've crossed.
With that in mind, and I think I'm assuming somebody would have pointed out the mad shits.
Mhm.
I'll drop concentration then.
Oh, okay.
I mean, well, it does
Oh.
last 24 hours, but that's okay. Well, I'll hold it until we get closer.
That's fine. Yeah, it's up to you. Again, that's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like weather does not exist. I'm just saying in the area that he is in.
I'll say if he not declaring a held action per se, but like if one of these fuckers gets close, he'll drop concentration.
You can drop concentration at any point.
Right.
You
That's
don't
what I'm
use
just
your
saying. Like, yeah,
Eh,
just letting you
understand.
letting you know that if I
Yeah.
forget to declare it, that's my intent.
completely understand. So, as he's trying to focus, he'll realize that there's not.
Yeah.
If it is weather here, it is not natural weather, so he cannot change it anymore.
Makes
Even though
sense.
acid rain isn't natural, that's why it was difficult for him to
Right.
use it.
Yeah.
He was stretching it to begin with.
Cool. Appreciate it.
So, as he's kind of going through, so you guys see them, and Davis, as you're kind of focusing on the cars, you'll see like one of them gets zapped and kind of like it smoking, falling, kind of gets up, and just starts scuttling about and trying to find a place, and then just starts leaping, and then gets on there again, starts scuttling up, and then like you kind of see it like it tries to like bite into the tower, and then that one just puffs away, and it's like this little boom, not like a huge one because it didn't successfully eat anything.
They're just getting a taste. Some of
Yeah.
them are popping.
I mean, they're not. They don't. I mean, they didn't seem bright before, but now they seem even sillier. Like they just are singular purpose, just to get at whatever they want, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. They're attracted to the flame proverbially, so if you keep yours down.
No problem here.
I'll put the hand on Lulu and takes a step back.
You put a hand on Lulu and you're covering her.
Yeah. Just making sure she's still there.
Yeah, she's there. She's like she kind of boops you with her cold little wet squirrel nose.
That was my ear.
What do you guys want us to do?
Guess we approach still slowly, right?
Okay. Let's go ahead because you guys have been traveling for a while, doing some stuff. Can I get a use round of stealth checks, please, with the +10? And now that you're here, Cielo, you can decide who you're doing your jacket trick to.
Don't
I
look.
guess it would be the person concentrating still, right?
Okay,
The
Ben
heavy
works.
armor. Yeah, Ben.
Okay, Ben works. Okay, so Ben gets your stealth check as well.
I think that would be make the most sense right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what we did earlier. You're just kind
Do I roll stealth at advantage right now?
of well, you get the +10 from Pass Without Trace. Do you have something that gives you advantage? I really don't remember everything on a rogue.
Yeah, I don't either.
You can check. Yeah, you can check.
Either way, it actually was the higher roll first anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good. Don't
And
remember your item.
not to mention, actually, either way, neither roll mattered because you're using reliable talent.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I'm checking smugglers. Smugglers just let you share the check, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so Ben's becomes a 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the lowest, so with 19, and then
Okay, so not bad.
weirdly
yeah, so
enough, the next low. Actually, we don't have a Karos yet.
Oh yeah.
Let's say
Karos.
weirdly enough, Cielo and Ben would be the next lowest.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, another stealth check.
Yeah.
Plus 10
+10.
still, yeah.
Just because it's been a while, you guys have been traveling, kind of discussing, pointing things out, So.
Sure.
Oh damn. Oh, disadvantage though.
Okay.
But
Disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, add 10 to
add
that.
so
Yeah,
28. Damn.
Yeah. Okay. So 19 is the lowest. So you guys are, kind of going. You're kind of watching. These things seem like thoroughly fixated on these. Can I get a D100 from? Actually, no, not a D100. Can I get a D?
69.
No, it's actually a D300.
Nice.
Can I get a D300 from? Let's do Davis. He had the lowest roll. D300.
Okay. Those are big numbers. Davis doesn't know that number.
I know. Wait, how do I
I'm
roll
curious
that?
to see what this virtually does. Oh, it doesn't do virtual dice for it.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah, I was very
Here.
curious how I was gonna do it.
golf ball.
It doesn't even know. It just puts the cube as the like dice size.
Cube.
It's a 163 sided cube. It's the
a
hyper,
hyper
cube,
enjoy.
hyper mega giga cube.
My God, fucking.
That would have been hilarious.
Fell wrong and disappeared.
I mean, it
sugar.
does invent like weird dice like stuff. I think if you do like a D like 30 or something, I think it does one. Let me see.
The cube.
Yeah, like that's a 30 sided thing.
Sheesh.
Um. I'm just reading. All right, Davis. Roll me now a.
Roll me now.
Wait. No, I like this. Okay, so Davis, as you're like moving with the group, you kind of look and you see one of these guys get zapped and it goes flying and it goes whoo, and you kind of look at it and as it poofs, it turns and looks at you and it makes eye contact and it sees you, and then you see it begin to kind of stretch and warp, and as it goes flying, you see yourself flying back and now there's a duplicate of you on the ground somewhere.
But like up in the distance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not like
And you
next
just
to
see
us.
like, no, not next to you, but you see it just like
Yeah.
flying and it turns into you. You hear a thud and you hear it's like its armor clank and everything because it copies you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did you guys Did you guys see that? That was not me.
I heard a louder noise. I'm glad you didn't make it, but what was it? What the hell is
Well, no, like
somebody to watch?
one of those little things like turned into me or like looked like me as it was like falling off the tower. I don't know. It was weird. It like as it was popping off the tower, it stared at me and then turned into me and then died or whatever.
I was
it's
looking
weird.
like 360, like what is?
Nah, yeah,
like-
it's somewhere
as
there.
as you're looking 360 out, you turn and then you see a hand kind of get over like this little like a portion of the wall that's been crumbled but part of it is still standing, and you recognize like the scaled metal sleeve as it's kind of reaching over, and then you see orange hair begins to pull itself over. He's like, and Davis, just in your voice, hey guys, what happened?
I was gonna point a finger and kind of be like, ah, ba 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 ba.
That Spider-Man meme right now, basically.
Good.
Davis, you rolled. A duplicate of yourself spawns within a space that you can see.
God.
Are we in initiative right now?
You can be if you want to. It hasn't been hostile. It's just kind of climbing over the wall. Hey guys.
Can I shoot it?
Sure, you absolutely
Sure.
can, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't stop you. Yeah, go for it.
I'll distract you with a, hey man, how's it going?
I won't shoot it yet, but I will like look at Davis and I'll just like knock an arrow, but I'll stare at the real Davis with an arrow just like fully knocked.
Okay, yeah, you magically spawn that arrow, knock it. He's just kind of climbing over. Barb is like looking at Davis, and Barb does
Yeah,
the same thing.
Davis,
drops
this is
arrow.
Davis. I don't know what that is.
He's like, hey, yeah,
Hi.
hi guys.
No.
I'm gonna immediately speak up and say, I didn't do this. Did not me. Swear.
Me neither.
No, guys, it's me, guys.
No, it's not.
Hi.
That's not.
No, that's me too.
Listen, watch,
We're
and then
both me.
I'll summon. I'll summon Redeemer. Actually, I probably already had it summoned, so I'll dismiss it and resummon it. I'll be like, see, look.
Okay,
it's
as you
me."
dismiss it, the moment you dismiss it, he's like, look, it's me. Summons it. He's got it.
I'm
Fuck.
gonna look at Marv and be like, I'm so tired, and I just let the arrow go.
Wait,
You
which
shoot
one?
arrow?
I don't actually. Not sure which one you
Yeah,
were
I
shooting at.
I'm shooting at the proverbial fake one.
So the one that's holding the Redeemer right now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You shoot the one that shoot. Yeah, Davis, you tried to summon it back and it doesn't summon. He's got it. It's like, guys, it's me. The arrow's like, okay, shoot him. What's your AC, Davis? 18?
18.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and try to hit him.
Okay. Oh my god, where did my card go? Why do I do this every time?
A duplicate of your spell spawns within an area that you can see. I like this one.
I'm gonna say very loudly, Malala.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit. Nice.
Did you crit it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and hit him. Hey, Davis, you don't have any resistances to bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. So
I've
yeah,
never
just
resisted
hit him.
anything. Yeah.
Malal, rock, because I don't remember. Does that mean something?
It's like our.
Means something to
Oh.
somebody.
Yeah, it's like if you guys are in trouble, right?
Well, it's like
I just
trust me,
don't-
I know what I'm doing. Like.
Yeah, but I don't remember. Is that what you say when you're good, or is that what you say when you're bad?
It's not a I'm in trouble type thing. It's more of a.
Okay, because
It was something Davis told me to say if I was being wrong. I just
Yes.
needed everybody to
trust you.
accept it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it will respond. No, everything is good, Malal, and then the arrow will hit him. It's like, oh, damn it, yellow, ow.
Not more.
Did the other Davis? Did like you, Davis, do a response to that?
I'm like, yeah, no. Well, I'll go ahead, do whatever. It's fine. Like,
He says it at the same time as Davis. So go ahead and roll sneak attack. He wasn't expecting you to shoot him, Cielo.
crit sneak
Oh,
attack, by
God.
the way. Which one are you in? Like
Slowly
7d6 now? 8d6? I don't remember.
86 now. No.
Can I slowly approach R. Davis while this is kind of going on?
Yeah.
Trying not to draw attention. And just let me know when I'm.
So plus
within
48
5
on
feet.
that. Oh, by the way, sorry for the weird colors on that. I'm fixing it.
So 15, 37 plus 48,
Yes, which would be
so 85.
85. Yeah.
Davis, you have more than
Oh,
85 HP,
I thought you
right?
said 48, my bad.
Okay. Davis, how much HP do you have?
Normally, so does he have my totem buff too? Because if he does, it's
Yeah,
153.
he-
153 is max. But if it's a
153.
duplicate of my current is 122.
122, okay, got it. 122. Thank you. So
Aha,
122.
I technically didn't
minus-
heal.
Yes. So yeah, you shoot him. It's a solid shot. Like you get him like really hard in the shoulder, and right as he says Malal back, he's like, "No, everything's good. Malal, rocket." Oh!
Good.
And he
Nice.
drops the Redeemer, and he's like, "Ah, Cello, guys."
No, Sella,
me."
good shot. Good job. I don't know what this thing is, and we should.
I am
Yeah, keep.
Davis. I am from.
Listen, he's not Davis. I'm here with you guys. This thing's.
I just
Up here,
came
up
with
here.
you guys. We were on the ship with sorry, I'm literally bringing. I am bringing with Julian with Wiggs. We were traveling with the emissaries. These
I
mad
don't-
shits.
I don't know
They
how
were
he
attacking
knows
us. We were-
all this stuff, but it's not me. Keep firing. It's fine.
I
Shoot
have,
him.
and he like summons the Redeemer. I have the Redeemer. You guys helped me make this.
Can I approach? You trust me, right, Davis? Like,
Well,
Davis.
yeah. Well, I'll go for
Hi,
it.
I'm Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to the new Davis,
Okay.
Can you let me know when
and I'm
I'm
just gonna like walk up and just like poke him.
Yeah, you poke him. He's bleeding. He's bleeding badly. He has an arrow lodged in his shoulder where he got crit. He's like, "Hey, Rock."
Yeah,
Good
hey,
shot,
that looks
Yellow.
painful. I think I can help you out here. And I'm gonna mutter a few words and
Okay.
just like put my hand over it and cast spell magic on him.
On him. Okay. Yeah, as you do, he's like, "Oh, thanks. I feel so much," and he begins to fade. And then a bright Technicolor surge of light kind of boom. Rock, roll me a D300.
Oh boy.
146.
Okay, 146. 6 divided by 48. Roll me a d20. I gotta look at the brackets on this. What is the brackets?
18.
18. 18 would be the highest. Okay. You guys are within 120 feet of the tower. This is why things are getting a little wonky. Rock, all of a sudden, that light that washes over you, you just feel like your fingertips begin to like buzz and like burn at the fingertips, like they become super itchy, and you kind of like, when you kind of like pulse your fingers out, like and you shoot 3 magic missiles at every enemy within 120 feet of you. So they just magic missiles just go all at the mad shits on the tower, like a machine gun. Yeah, you.
I hit the deck.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I
6, 7, 8, 9.
it burns. It's
Yeah.
so wait. Wow, I didn't do that. I don't know how to do that. I wish I knew how to do that.
You're good.
Are my hands mine? And I immediately look at my hands. There's still
You're
Rock's
scaring-
hands and that old man hands.
Yeah,
You're
still
scaring the
going.
bard.
Yeah,
Thank God, my hands are still mine.
You're
Water fire!
Marb is like, just like now he just slowly turns his arrow towards you, Rock. He's like, do I just shoot him now?
No.
No, there's only one of me.
Right. It's no. Marb. Just
Marb slowly cocks up.
let him rock. Let him rock.
I didn't just do whatever just happened. I got rid of the other Davis. It was definitely magic.
Thank you.
I didn't do
Thank
that,
you.
but that was also magic.
Yeah, the Redeemer is just laying on the ground.
I'll resummon it to me then. And be like, nah, it's mine. Don't take it.
Melts. Back to
Bloop,
you.
bloop.
I'm gonna back away from the. I didn't like that.
No, you're good. You did good. That was crazy though. That was kind of
Oh.
cool, but weird.
That was pretty cool.
You okay though?
About six of the some 30 or more that are on there just poofed. They just got pelted by magic missiles.
How much did it make a lot of noise?
Magic missiles not. I mean, yeah, they make a little localized, but they don't have a lot of.
Yeah, I'm
They're like
Screaming eagles!
basically
I
Davis
sure
is
made.
now. Go ahead.
I sure made a lot of noise.
Oh, true. Yeah, well, Davis is now kind of worried about the other baddies.
Oh yeah, mark off
encroaching.
your 3rd level spell slot for the dispel magic. You can whoever wants to do a perception check if you're worried about things approaching. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know anything. I can roll a 1. Total of 7.
You're mesmerized by my magic.
Yeah, I'm a little shook from seeing me standing in front of me.
Al's congratulating Rock. Barb is keeping a lookout. 31.
31. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
So
pretty
as
sick,
Davis,
though.
again, the sequence was Davis gets dispelled. The Redeemer drops to the ground. This technicolored swirling light washes over Rock. He feels fine, and then all of a sudden his fingers just begin to itch and burn. And as he's trying to shake out his hands, dozens of magic missiles go flying, but they all turn and twist around you guys and go straight for the enemy.
I am backing away.
Okay.
Is there anything to hide behind or get cover on the area?
Imagine anything. Yeah. So imagine a warp twisted, chaotic landscape that is the aftermaths of Green Hill being ruined and then stretched and warped and twisted. So yeah,
There's a tree that's sideways through a boulder, and I'm gonna go.
Sure.
I do find it kind of funny
Eh.
that Rock, who built himself to be something that others can hide behind, is now hiding behind something else.
He's like, nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit by this tree boulder, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do the magic thing now, and you guys probably don't want me getting any. If I can do that, what if it had targeted you guys?
I mean, you cast a spell and our enemies died. I kind of that's been my favorite spell.
I
so
love
far.
that.
Yeah, but I
Next one
didn't-
is 30
I didn't do
Davises.
that.
I mean, I like the
What
psychic stuff too. That's that's.
if the next one's pink goo that takes me over, and then we all gotta fight again?
We might need you to do your detect magic to check on stuff. So let's.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but over here where I feel.
Okay, fine.
And I'll
Yeah,
start my ritual.
I'll come over and just kind of be your bodyguard while
I'll
you do that.
I'll halt them. I'm like, wait, can I test? Should we test this spot to make sure this is a good spot first? Can I do a small one?
What are you gonna do?
Small what?
I'm gonna stand like 20 feet away from anybody. I'm just gonna do like level 1 healing word, on myself.
Okay. Sure. Roll me a. Because you're not doing. You're focusing on it. So yeah, go ahead and give me a Just roll me a d20 first. Let's see.
And I'm gonna be same distance. I'm gonna try to be the same distance away from the tower as Rock and Davis, just kind of
Yeah, that's fine.
20 feet away
Yeah,
from them.
understood.
I am Ben now. 15.
15. Uh, and I'm assuming you do not want something extra to happen, correct?
I'm oh. I'm
Or do you
testing to
want
see if I
something extra?
can.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
testing to
but
see
that's
if
what I'm
something
saying.
would happen.
Would Al want something extra to happen, or would Al not want something extra to happen?
He would expect something to happen, but he does not want something to happen.
Okay, so because you don't want something to happen, you rolled well enough. Nothing happens. You heal yourself.
I'll kind of like extend my arm, snap my finger, kind of cover my eyes. Nothing. I just get the heal.
Yeah.
Oh, give
Go
Rock
ahead and
and
heal.
Davis a thumbs up.
Use the spell slot. Go ahead and heal yourself.
Yes. Safe.
With that in mind, and get that we are kind of now in danger, Davis actually is going to heal himself with
Okay,
Moment of Rage.
go for it. All right. Oh, nice heal. Eight heals for.
Bonus. Ow. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, as Rock is kind of focusing Al, you do that. Karo's keeping an eye. Marb is kind of readjusting his eyes back on the tower. Um, he'll see some of the little guys, trying to get up there. They're doing whatever means they can. They're like climbing up on rocks and leaping to try to get to this tower that's kind of floating and very slowly, just freely spinning on X, Y, and Z axes as it wishes. They leap on and
Did Ruck? Did you say you're starting to ritual cast?
Yeah, I'm working
Okay,
on it now.
got it.
Um, on the
few
note of
minutes will have
time,
passed by now.
Marbs pass without trace lasts an hour. Can I ask
Mhm.
about give or take how far into that we might be?
15 minutes or so.
Cool. Okay.
So that would be about 2 hours into the control weather, I guess,
Oh, right, yeah.
more or less.
And also like 3
know.
hours into his dark vision, or 4 hours or something into his dark vision.
Yeah, gotta.
Because I think we
kinda
did it
playing it by.
after the Froghemoth battle at some point. I
Mhm.
don't remember when he
Yeah. Once you guys started to get deeper in, it was just so dark because of the clouds and everything. It's
Oh,
hard
that's
to
right. It's
see.
as we descended. That's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's still got half of it left, I think.
Yeah, we'll say half is fair. Ritual casting on detect magic is 10 minutes. No, it's
Yeah, 10 plus.
yeah, 10
An
plus
action.
1 action. Yeah. Okay. So, Marb will kind of slink forward and just kind of go get a better look and see if there's anything he can spot, maybe a way up there in the tower. Is anyone doing anything right now? If not, it's fine. Just
Yeah, I don't
jump
think
towards the.
Ben has anything in particular to do, so.
Okay. So, uh,
Oh, he does have an
about
invisible
5 or
mage hand. I forget about that.
yeah.
I don't
So
think that's
5.
really useful right now, though, so.
Got it. Um, let's do. Someone flip me a coin. Yeah, someone just flip me a coin.
I would
And
nominate Marb,
then
but Marb's not here, so I'm going to nominate the guy running Marb, because it's a very Marb thing to do.
Marb flips the coin. It's on its side. What's gonna happen? It's a 1. Why am I
alphabetical
not in
order.
bed again?
Okay, so Ben, go ahead and roll me a D300.
You want actually Ben to do it, or you want Corbin clicking on Ben to do it? It's fine. I'll do
Whoever's
it. I'll do
playing
it. I'll do it.
Ben, roll me a D300.
Okay. Thank you. I've selected Marb now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Marv is off.
Whoa.
Marv is kind of off. But this is 11. Wow, that's super low. I like it.
Bottom
Oops, sorry.
3
Fourth
percentile or whatever.
percentile.
Yeah, 4th percentile.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 3 dot. Okay.
Okay, so that would be. I was not expecting anyone to get on this part of the table.
Uh-oh.
It's not necessarily no. I'm just like, alright.
Uh-oh.
You
Ben
all
does have
become
his divine intervention back, so. But
Whoa.
I would feel weird doing it on behalf of Ben unless like we absolutely needed it.
It's between these. Okay.
It is kind of wild to me that divine intervention is a bonus action.
Damn.
Wait, is that a change that we made?
Maybe. I don't remember. Did we make it a bonus action? Maybe. I don't.
I mean, the
just kinda
description says it, but the actual item says an action. So I'm curious if maybe I may have screwed.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be an action. Okay. Noted. I will remember that. Okay, I'll remember that. I will remember
the
his
result of the 11. Okay.
Nothing immediately apparent happens.
It does look like Materia changed it to bonus action.
I don't remember why we did that. Weird. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah,
Might
that
have
is
been
kind
a
of weird.
Yeah, it might have been just like I copied something and did it. Okay. So yeah. Ben feels like a little tingly, but other than that, okay. Nothing happened.
It's a weird place. Feeling tingly, not the weirdest thing.
But he's able to maintain concentration and everything.
Good.
Marb would have scouted ahead. Kind of looks around. He'll kind of come back to you guys and says, I mean, do we want to try to get up there? There's.
Well, Rock's gonna help us have eyes on the spooky stuff in a minute.
Okay. Alright, well.
Actually, wait a minute. You have some sort of weird sight with your dagger, right? Can you see like magical stuff? How does that work again? Just invisible stuff.
I can see like 120 or so feet just all around me at all times.
Okay.
Nothing
only
really
dark
can
vision.
sneak up on me vision-wise. Yeah, so he just has dark vision.
Oh, okay. It's not like
he
blindside or
doesn't-
anything.
No. He as a
Oh.
ranger at this level has 30-foot blindsight though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But because for his dagger, he basically has dark vision that ignores any type of penalties for sight or anything. So like natural phenomenon, that doesn't matter.
Right.
If something if something relies on invisibility to be quote unquote invisible, he ignores that. Like kind of like like he'll be like, oh, I can still he can still pick up on them moving. He won't necessarily see them though. Don't do that, Papa. Yeah. So we'll say the other 5 minutes now have passed, and Rock, you're able to detect magic 30 feet out in front of you. What are you looking for? What do you want to do, my friend?
I got like a Davis.
Also,
Okay.
what's your third eye set too?
I think it's dark vision, but I don't remember.
That's an excellent question.
I mean, you said it every day, I think, right?
Yeah, as long as it's not sealed because he uses his boon.
Oh, right. But that was
Yeah, it
okay.
was sealed a while. It's gotta be unsealed.
Yeah, it sounds good. From what I remember, you told me it's dark vision unless you tell me otherwise. That's how I've been. You told me
Okay.
that at one point.
Yeah, so it would still be on dark.
Okay. Look at
What were my
Davis.
3 options on that one? It was dark vision, invisible, and
Invisibility,
dark-
ethereal, and reading. Greater
Yeah.
comprehension.
yeah. So it's always dark vision. Those other 2 are very specific
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, so as always, when you look over Davis, you see his. If the glaive is out, the glaive is glowing. The ring on his hand is glowing. His hair gives off a little bit of a glow. The scarring on the back of his neck and deltoids that show gives a little glow. The mantle,
Does
it's a
he
glow. Yeah.
does he have any weird auras or that light that did stuff to me? Is there any of that around here?
No, sir. None of
What about
that.
around me? And I'm specifically looking at my hands.
No, you look normal. Your hands look normal. Out to 30 feet, you don't see any swooshy wooshy weird uh interaction.
Okay, I'm going to walk slowly back to right kind of where I was when magic stuff happened to me, but
Okay.
maybe a few feet back.
Yeah. So you kind of get kind of close to where Ben is, and you guys, and as you kind of approach, you see that there's uh not like sparks, but you do see there's a little shimmer around you and Ben and Barb.
Okay, so I've crossed over into something. I wasn't.
Sort of. Yeah.
Okay. Can I find that line?
Um,
I'm also with you if
You
you want
can
to use me as a test subject.
yeah, you can kind of try to move people and stuff if you want to try to find some sort of line or barrier or some sort of indicator. But yeah,
Yeah, just I'll have since Davis is with me, I'll be like, take some steps back. I want to see when you stop shimmering.
so Davis is not shimmering.
Oh.
It's Ben and Marb are the shimmering ones. Oh, and Al.
If I go stand with them, do I start shimmering?
Yep.
But if I stand back with Davis, we're not.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna point that out that hey, you guys are in the magical zone. We're not, but you are. So you don't want spooky things to happen. I would maybe step back.
I pat myself and start looking around like I'm covering bugs or something. Like, huh? What? Oh. I'll slowly sidle, facing rock, and just kind of move away from the tower. Be like, tell me when?
Whenever he stops shimmering, I'll know.
Yeah, that's fine. So we're just kind of moving back.
I'll
Ben will
try and draw a line in the grass with my shoe, but it keeps sticking. Like, ugh.
yeah.
Yeah, so I just kind of stomp the grass out.
I'll just take Redeemer and go score the ground.
So
In retaliation, I'll take out Chicken Foot and just stab it into the ground. Stare at it for a second.
Okay.
Then I'll take it back and sheath it.
I would say we're safe here, but not any closer. We should come up with a plan.
Yeah. I mean, we do still probably want to go and check inside, I assume. Or at least one or some of us should go in and check. And then I'll kind of look at Cielo as I say that.
Yeah.
Just a quick.
I want to go inside. Yeah, sure.
I have this little solo thing. I want to go inside.
Insight check.
Sure.
Is so what kind of case am I looking at here? Like Thievius Raccoonus, Sly Cooper.
Just however you want. If you want to imagine it kind of like Cooper, but more of a ruined, destroyed groundscape, go for it. These things are finding ways to jump on the tower because it is floating, almost as if it is in orbit, or it has its own little orbit and a spinny kind of XYZ spinning axis, kind of however it wants. So it's, I don't know, let's say it is uh, 15 feet off the ground. You know, it's not like massively high off the ground, but it's off the ground. Well, actually, it would be higher because if it goes all the way up and down, you don't want it to hit the ground. So probably about 30 feet up in the ground, in the air or something, at the base.
I might have a way in.
What's
I have a
that?
way in.
Feels like a scatter, but I'm not sure.
Hey, you remember how we got on? Sorry.
Before we do anything hasty, I wanna say that I'm gonna kneel down, pat Cielo on the shoulder. You got this. You got this. You've been through crazier shit. You've stolen crazier shit.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely have this, but I mean, if you have a way in, you have a way in. It's just,
Well,
I'd be careful.
I just want you to know that we absolutely have your back, and I'll play one note on my pan flute and give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
Dude.
I mean,
Leave a message at the beep, dude.
I'll not be returning your call. Good luck.
I do not listen to voicemail. Please text me.
I definitely don't mind Cielo going in. He's like, just all of a sudden shoot magic at us or something.
Yeah,
And if you don't go too far, I can get you out quickly.
yeah, I think I should do like a scouting party, while you should do what you're gonna do anyway, because I'm not gonna be able to stop you, because you are gonna do what you're gonna do anyway.
Damn the street.
And I'm gonna finger guns at you while I back up with the rope in my hand.
So are
With
you?
my
Are you
bardic inspiration with the rope, and I'm like looking at the tower.
yeah, I got you. So are you going? You're crossing into the space that Rock kind of indicated to get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rock, as he crosses, he does not shimmer.
Hey, you're good. You're not
Oh,
shivering.
it's because I'm not very good at magic.
Kinda.
Just
You
stay within 180 feet if you want an emergency out.
Okay.
Hey.
That it's gonna be pretty hard, but I'm good at getting out.
Hey, I trust you and I believe in you, but I like precautions too. And I'm a Loon Loon has the Horn of Silent Alarm on her back, and she's gonna scuttle over to
Ooh.
Cielo.
A
Hey.
big squirrel.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, that squirrel's crushed.
she's dragging it.
Scraping on the ground, dragging.
How
Making
big
a
is the
lot of
horn?
noise. It's a horn. She's a squirrel. It's a
Yeah.
big.
Oh, she's
know?
strong. She works
It's
out.
like yes.
Okay.
Polymorphed
Okay, so
into a buff squirrel.
that's fine. I don't mind. I'm
I'll-
allowing it. It's just
I'll-
funny. It's
I will
funny.
walk over. He'll offer the horn, and then Loon Loon will
Al
try to
shimmers.
try to hop on Cielo.
Okay.
Hey, if you wanna party, she's offered some help.
Oh, I would actually. That would be great. Yeah, let's do it. Me and Loon Loon, we go way back. Well, I mean, not as far back as you, obviously, but hey,
Well, if you need to come far back, then that's one way you could do it.
we've done that before. I remember the first time we met. You know, that was pretty far flight. That was a good one.
So, real quick for Rock to keep tabs, Loon Loon does not shimmer. Cielo does not shimmer. Allegretto shimmers.
All right, I'm gonna go
Would
stand
be
back.
like, let me try.
Yep,
I'll
Davis
stand
is
back with the
creeping up
group.
over the line too.
Davis does not shimmer.
Good luck,
About
Cielo.
to
I'm
Nice.
gonna get back over there because apparently I'm a time bomb or something.
Oh no.
I'm a sprint.
And then
Just for
Carlos,
funsies,
moved over, you do not shimmer.
Okay.
when I step over, do I shimmer?
Yes.
And then I step back. And then I step over again. Do I shimmer
Yes.
again?
Yes.
I'm going to do that 10 times. Do I shimmer every time?
You're hokey pokeying basically.
You
Yes.
shimmer every time. Do
And
you
you
want
shake
to
it all
do an
about.
Arcana check to try to figure it out?
No.
That's fine.
Hey, Garos, I think you found the line.
As this whole time, every once in a while, you just hear the zap. Just see this little shits keep getting zapped on the page.
Get
Do
your
they make
get your
any
umbrella out.
noises?
Wait, does
Yes.
Ben
Yes.
does Ben shimmer?
Ben
Nope.
shimmered.
But I'll say nobody. Oh, that's right. He was already over the line once. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So it's not the people who've been here.
I mean, above table, it's probably if you have a spellcasting ability.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that it is tied to likely our magic people,
Yeah.
but I'm still eliminating other things.
Yeah.
Experimentation. A true wizard.
Yeah, for sure.
I can, if you want to do some sort of checks, and I can try to help you guide your experimentation. That's fine. That's up to you, Rock.
Oh, I was just doing hokey pokey and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Oh, naughty square dancing.
Okay. Let's go a little bit longer, and then we'll take a break. So, Cielo with Squirrel Lune, what are you doing, buddy?
She's on your shoulder.
I'm gonna be like, so, you could become a bird and we could make this real loud, but what's the point of that?
She looks around.
I mean, at any second,
Points to herself.
at any second that Al wants, she could become her old form.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the rope and just shake my head and just hop from rock to rock, because I have like a jumping height of like 40 some feet or something crazy.
Oh yeah, especially if you're using your rabbit hop ability, then yeah, you're like boing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no
Boy.
problem.
Like you can almost jump up to the tower just by yourself, just like
Yeah, I scale it. I'm scaling like from like the crazy rocks and like from the tower and stuff like that.
yeah.
And if there's like a lodged window or something like that, I'm gonna find a first rock opening or a window and like.
Okay, so down here, like so yeah, again as kind of depicted, there's these guys. The mech shits are kind of crawling around it, trying to get up there. They're fairly distracted, but you know, are you doing it quietly? Are you doing it stealthily? Or are you just kind of like
Oh yeah,
amongst?
absolutely,
Okay. Go ahead
stealthily.
and give me a stealth check then.
No +10 though.
No +10 because yeah, you're out of the
Aura.
aura.
You're like, who
Don't need
needs +10? Fuck it. Just crit it.
I'm built to do this.
Yeah,
It's
you
my
are
job.
like yeah, these things these things are so distracted that you could step on them, they probably wouldn't even notice at this point. So yeah, you parkour your way up,
I
land.
did this for years before these guys even knew me.
Mm. Yeah, you land on the mage tower. There's no effect. Like you don't get like zapped or anything. You just land on it. You're kind of where like the the stonework version would be, because it's actually kind of more. It's slanted, like you know, at like a 30-ish degree angle to like the right or something, but you're still landing kind of primarily on the sewer side of it. So you're able to kind of go. The windows, there's no windows down here until you have to get way up higher. But there are beams that you can tie ropes off to. You can imagine, you know, however you want to imagine it kind of being, like loose stones, solid stone, however you want at this point.
So I have a I think it's a 50-foot rope. I'm gonna tie off to a beam a 50-foot rope and just like
Sure.
luff it down.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna throw it down.
Yeah, it falls, and as it's, you know, you'll watch it rotate right now because of the position that it's in. It's, you know, your friends will have to kind of easily kind of just hop up to grab the rope. But yeah, it's there. It's dangling.
Yeah. I'll just wave at them and but I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I'm
So as
gonna
you
I'm gonna look in the window if there's a
yes,
window there.
you want to work your way up because I'll put you so you're like down. You're actually, you know what? I'm going to be a good DM. I'm going to make this visual.
Sure.
If this will let me. Let me do some quick edits. Can I select you? There we go. Okay, I can't. Nice. So it is.
That
Sorry.
tower's moving. The tower's going crazy.
This is one
Crazy.
crazy wizard's tower. Whoa.
It's coming right for us.
Yeah. So it's
Like-
currently kind of like that,
It's
and
going
you
Gary's
are
Mod Ragdoll on us.
kind of up here. So you have to go up
It's like-
another 10, 20. I don't know how much a floor is. Let's say a floor is on the outside standard. So we'll just say 10 feet. You have to get up another 10 feet. Whoop. And then there's some windows kind of precariously onto the side, or you can try to go up and look.
I'm gonna sidle like again,
Mhm.
Sly Cooper.
Yeah, so you kind of jump on the pillar, kind of straddle the column with your legs, kind of lean over, look over.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Sure.
Sly Cooper's a very good analogy for this, or
Yep.
visual for this.
Perception.
As you kind of put your face up against the window, it's not cold. It's not frosty out here, but as your breath touches it, it like crystallizes and freezes over, making it so you can't see through. You kind of wipe the window, trying to like, damn, and you try to hold your breath and peer through. Darkness.
Wow.
As you kind of push on it, or what I guess you should ask, what are you doing? There you go. I should ask. Because right now you're basically like straddled right here.
Right where again? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to the other side right here where this balcony is.
I'm just drawing the rope that you drew. Just tied off. There's the rope. Okay, yeah, so go ahead and give me an acrobatics check, because it is moving slowly and you're just kind of being careful. Okay, minimum of your 20, alright? You kind of get over there, kind of make it to the side, kind of look around, and you land on a balcony, and there is which is not on here, but there's a door that, kind of would lead someone from inside out onto the balcony.
What do I got in my pack?
You also have a squirrel. Remember, you have a squirrel with you.
That is true. I do have a squirrel, but I have
Lunlin gives you the head nod.
I don't have to endanger Loon first, is the problem. I have tricks up my sleeve. I'm a trickster rabbit. I'm not an endangering Loon rabbit.
She turns her head 30 degrees like a dog. Like, what'd you just say? Excuse you?
I'm saying this out loud. Loon's like, what? Excuse me.
Huh?
Pardon me.
Marb's getting like anxious. Marb's like, I want to go up there. He crosses.
Trust, no, Marv, trust. He's
Marv,
good at this.
you're good. Don't worry. You got Lunlin with him.
He looks at you. Is like, don't even. I just met the moon. Okay, fine.
She's the best! And now she's a squirrel!
They're like, Marb, seriously, he plays a sick pan flute.
Puts me to shame. Oh my. Ah! Don't tell him I told you that.
I did have a 50-foot hempen rope. I'm gonna build.
Yeah, it's tied off. So if you can remove it from your inventory, and see you collect it later.
Yeah. So I. Let's see.
Smash and grab.
So what I'm gonna do is. No need to be super cautious. This is just a mage tower. What could go wrong, right?
Mister.
Good man.
Mister, clearly we can't go in the front door. But every
So
other door, I'm sure, is
gonna-
completely unguarded.
So I'm gonna pick the door. I'm gonna pick the door. But first I'm gonna. Shit.
If you do, Loon will stand on your head and watch your back while you're lockpicking.
Yeah,
Do a
but
perception check
first,
if you learn.
yeah, first I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna pick the door. I'm just
Okay.
gonna pick the door.
Sure. You kind of approach and you pull out your lockpicks, and as you pull out your lockpicks, a lock appears on the door.
Appears?
Appears on the door.
Perfect.
It's challenging you.
Oh, it's
Come at
challenging
me, bro.
I
The lock,
shake my head like, oh, that's just,
the lock has a raised eyebrow.
yeah, that's mean. I shake my head like that's just cruel. Okay, fine. I can't step away from a challenge, sure. Thieves' tools, normal roll.
Well, plus a
Oh,
bunch of stuff, right? Yeah.
oh,
Jesus.
Like
Yeah, with your
a
gloves
4
and
is
all
a
that.
30.
Jeez.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, 30 is your minimum roll for lockpicks because of your gloves and reliable talent and shit.
Ah,
I
that's
like
terrifying.
I like bust a knuckle, but it's like, oh, ah, fuck.
Yeah. So you begin to kind of, and as you're kind of working on it, you hear like you're so focused you don't even notice that one of the stone like gargoyles kind of streaks down, watching you work, and then turns his head, says, "Good job," and the door opens.
Even Loon
I don't
has
I don't
fatigued
even
jumps.
I don't even notice it's a gargoyle until I unlock the lock and I'm like, thanks. And then I turn, I'm like, oh.
Wait, what?
Then it just starts crawling back up, and then just kind of.
I use my earring of messaging and I say to Davis, watch the gargoyles on the way out.
He says, watch the gargoyles on the way up. Did you guys see any
Ah,
gargoyles?
classic wizard. I
Um,
haven't seen anything.
if you want to do a perception check, you can.
Yeah, sure, why not?
They have a very high stealth check.
20.
20. You start to notice that, again, not on this because it's kind of hard, but there are some slight details now. This isn't as mundane and as plain as it actually is. It is a mage tower. They take pride in their mage towers. There are, as you would kind of imagine, in old Europe, there are some stone gargoyles just kind of positioned around, just kind of chilling, just crouched or holding on to the side of the tower. One is like framed around the window, but they're there.
I'm gonna dancing lights my eyes into the darkness room before I even walk in.
As you kind of dancing lights in there, it's dark and the lights begin to float in and they just kind of start illuminating um, a rather simple but nice interior. There's a very nice, stylish, not a throw rug. What do you call it? Like what we would call like a Persian rug, right? Very detailed and elaborate on the floor. Um, there's nice wooden interior. There's some table with various unlit candles on it. There seems to be books and a lounge, like an armchair. Uh, yeah, looks like a nice interior.
Okay, now Loon can go ahead.
She'll do
Now,
the
Squirrel engage.
she'll do the stare at you. She'll turn her head again. She'll sigh, and she'll crawl down from your shoulder. Like she'll
I'll
move
just
like
like
two
wiggle
feet.
my eyebrows and be like, pretty nice, huh? Go ahead. Yeah.
She'll move like 2 feet at a time. Stop. It's really like abrupt movement. Um, after she gets
wait.
like two or
Yeah, so as she kind of gets in, she does a couple of scuttles and a brief, kind of abrupt movements. Al, can you make me a concentration check?
yes. And I will say after like two scuttles,
Yeah.
she looks back at Tielo and definitely gives a you really have me doing this. You really have me doing this kind of look. You can read it.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Concentration for Lumen. Or for
For
Al?
you. It's your spell.
Okay. Whoops. I need to roll again. There's a button and I didn't click it. Oh, never
That's
mind.
fine. You got it.
The first one was a nat 20. No. What?
That's
No, no,
because
no,
it's
no.
success.
Green means it passes.
Yeah. So Al,
Ah,
you
concentration. Thank you.
feel so as you're kind of focusing. You're loosely focusing on the spell because you know you probably morphed Loon, and Cielo, you see Loon kind of scuttle in. She kind of does like ninja squirrel, looks around, and then as she kind of scuttles in a little bit more, kind of following your dancing lights. Al, nothing bad happens to you, but you kind of feel your spell begin to wane, and Cielo, you just see Loon back to her normal form
Poof.
inside.
I like go to tackle Loon, but I'm like, never mind, I'm coming. And
She
I'm like,
she's confused. She looks down. She looks around. She looks back at Yellow, and she's like, "Oh, he's short again."
Yeah, she's a couple, and then Al, you kind of feel like there's no magical tether between you and her, right? And then, Cielo, I guess, Loon will turn to you, Cielo, because you're still in the doorway, right? You haven't crossed in.
yeah,
Is that
I'm just
correct?
kind of,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
and
just
you'll
kind
just
of
see
watching.
her like she's running in place, like she's trying to get to you. She's just running in place.
um, Real quick, Al would share with the group. I think I lost something with Lulu. I don't think she's a squirrel anymore.
That's not
She's
so
still
bad.
okay though.
Yeah, right.
I don't think she got hit. I think it just I can't think of the squirrel anymore. You know.
We'll do the down arrow that
Well,
she's inside, so we know she's inside.
cool, cool.
You said she's like running in place, like she can't
Yeah,
get out.
like she's looks like she's like trying to get to you, and it's just like she's just moving in place.
I'll use my second charge of Ear of Message
Okay.
to Al and be like, hey, Lumen almost lost her form, but she went inside, but seems like she can't get back out. Let everybody else know. If you go in, can't come back out.
Cielo says if you go in, you can't get back out, and I think Lumen might be in a little bit of a pickle right now. Um, I'm gonna think this through, and I was
Can you talk to
kind of
her?
racing through thoughts. I believe
You
so.
can
I was trying to
telepathically
find the
talk to
blurb.
her. You can.
Cool, cool, cool.
I could see if she can hear you still.
Hey, yo, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, I heard you're walking in place. You
Hey, shorty,
got a
you
space
up?
treadmill?
Um, I have to
Hey,
read. Oh, I'm listening.
I'm trying to find the blurb as well.
Oh, it's on the Find Familiar spell, I
You
believe.
just say
If you're looking for the
Oh.
telepathic.
it's not on the steed. It should be the specific to the steed
Oh,
too.
it might be then, yeah.
Yeah. Where is your steed spell? I'm going to not cast it. I'm just gonna there. I just need to be able to
I
read.
spell slot.
Yeah.
Might need to add the block if it's part of it.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
see it.
Okay. let
And
me
it's
go
not a
look at
feature
my-
on the. It's not a feature on the.
I could have sworn you showed. Find steed. Sorry, guys.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm checking the
sworn there
homebrew
was
too,
some-
just to make sure.
Telepathy. Well, maybe you don't share. Maybe that's right. I could have sworn we read something that you shared.
Oh, it's languages. It's languages on the stat block for the creature.
Oh, that's so confusing.
Telepathy
okay.
of 1 mile, only between you and the steed.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Does it
Oh,
say?
Yeah.
Got
it's, Yeah.
So-
It's specifically under the languages block of the steed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Telepathy 1 mile with caster. Thank you. That is such a tiny.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah.
Cool,
So
cool. So it does exist.
She'll be like,
You okay in there?
it's weird. It's almost like there's interference, but she's able to kind of get something through. She's like, yeah, I don't know. It's cool in here. Really big.
That's good. Bigger on the inside than it looked on the outside?
I
Oh,
think so. Smells big.
okay. Yeah, just stay calm. We'll figure a way out for you.
Cielo's not
Uh,
coming in. Why isn't Cielo coming in? It's big in here.
he's thinking.
Okay.
He's cautious. Can you move anywhere else in the room?
Uh, yeah. Where do you want me to go?
Is there a nice chair you can sit in? I guess it'd be a couch. Find a couch.
Couch.
Somewhere comfy.
Um,
Maybe a
I
bed?
think there's a couch. She
I
moves
don't know
over
if
there.
you.
Cielo, you see when she's like moving inside, she's moving very slowly. But she's moving her way towards some sort of sofa, armchair, lounge chair kind of thing, and then she just kind of jumps on it. And then, Al, you hear, yeah, soft and squishy. I think this is a couch. Couch, couch.
Yeah. Okay. Stay
I
comfy.
use my
Make
last
sure.
charge of my hearing. Back to Al, be like, never mind. It's just time passes really slow in the tower. This guy's probably really old.
Not telepathically to Loon Loon. I'll share that with the group. I
Al,
think.
I will, because you got
Mhm.
that, intelligence check.
Oh, okay. Da, 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 da. Uh-oh, without a skill? My half-ass. Oh no.
You have asked kicking in.
How about a 5? What does that do for you?
Sure, sure. No, 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 that's fine. You don't pick up on something. Got it.
Time slow. Loon Loon comfy? Good day. Okay. Yeah, just Loon Loon, feel free to stare at Cielo for a minute. Just kind of
A minute
make
for
him
you, an hour
confused.
for everyone.
And then eventually you can
I
try
guess
and
it's the other way
walk
around.
towards him again and once you're done being comfy, but take your time.
Like, okay, I sniff. She's like, I be comfy and then I sniff.
Yes.
And we'll take a break because it's 10 minutes past 11.